Hey SMCE fam, we have a booty workout, a short booty workout. I'm gonna give you exercises that you're gonna do for a minute, in minute blocks, okay? It'll take you 10 and a half minutes roughly with some breaks in between. I have my coffee table behind me. You need a chair, a coffee table, a bench of some sort, something that you can put your feet on, something that you can reach down to. All right, you're gonna need that. You could also use a dumbbell if you want to. I'm not gonna use a dumbbell, but you can, and I'll show you all the places where you can put that dumbbell. All right? That sounded kind of funny, didn't it? Not where you're thinking. All right, so go ahead and climb in front of that object, whether it's your coffee table or your chair or your bench. Turn your toes out wide and drop all the way down to the floor. I want you to get as low as you can. So maybe that means you're touching the floor and not necessarily just with your fingertips. Can you put your whole hand down on the floor? Don't let your knees collapse in. If your knees collapse in, you don't have that range of motion. Squeeze through the glutes on the way up. It's a minute, so timing is up to you, and it may be different for everyone. If you're holding that dumbbell, get it all the way down to the floor, touch the floor, and stand back up. Don't collapse through the chest. Keep that chest lifted. Keep driving through your hips and your heels. Hang on. You got it. Just a few more seconds. And 2. And 1. Good. Come on up. We're going to take our foot. We're going to place it on whatever it is behind us, chair, table, or whatever. Place one foot behind, sit way back, and come on up. So you've got a one leg split squat. It's not a lunge. Your standing leg, the glute of your standing leg, is shifting back toward the object behind you. If you feel a stretch in the lifted leg, you might not be sitting back enough. Other than my foot resting on the table behind me, I don't feel my lifted leg. I feel it all in the glute of my standing leg. Hang on. Abs in nice and tight. Last one. Come on up. Switch sides. Now, one of the reasons why we do single leg, get started right away because there's a really short break in between, that's it. One of the reasons why we do single leg work is because there are imbalances in our legs. Everybody has them. They're so common. And what single leg work does is forces you to notice those imbalances, forces you to try to fix them. You really feel when one leg is stronger than the other, or when one leg has more mobility or flexibility than the other. Really important to know that so you can work to even things up. Hang on. A minute feels like a long time. Sit those hips back. Don't forget to use your breath. Exhale on the way up. All right, done. Now, I want you to come to the edge of your chair or of your table, okay? The hand closest to the edge is going to rest on it. The other hand is going to reach down. The hand that rests on the table, that same leg is going out behind you in a single leg deadlift. So you're going to use that hand to balance. You're going to use the other hand to reach a little bit further. Spread all 5 toes out on that standing leg. Make sure your hips are square. If you're holding a dumbbell, you're holding it in the hand that's reaching lower. Your hips are as level as that table or chair that you're using. You're not letting that lifted leg or that hip ride up single leg deadlift. Reaching. Last one. Slide yourself down to the other side. Now the opposite hand is touching, the opposite leg is lifting. And again, you reach down past the hand that gets to rest for balance. Oftentimes when we do single leg deadlifts or single leg work, our balance gets in the way and we're not able to actually get the range of motion we might want to. So here, use the table or the chair for a little bit of assistance, but continue to reach way down into that range of motion. Square off those hips. Keep them nice and strong, nice and stable. Don't forget to breathe. Exhale on the way up, lifting away from gravity. Good. All right. You are going to put your shoulders and your head on your table or your chair. Be careful if you're on a chair. We don't want the chair to tilt, right? If you don't have a chair or a table you can do this with, then just rest on the floor in a hip bridge, lifting those glutes. Lift up one leg. Now, drive the knee up. So, one leg has the glute lifted. The other foot is only coming down as low as the knee. And then exhaling and driving up. And use a little bit of power. Imagine you had a band on your legs and you want to pull against that band. Yes, lots of hip flexion. You know what? Hip flexors might be tight. They could also be very weak. Strong hip flexors help to keep your pelvis neutral. Come on. Hang in. 3, 2, 1. Switch legs. So, the leg that was lifting is now on the floor. That glute is lifted and squeezing, and the opposite knee is driving up, up, up. As if you're pulling against something, pulling against that band. Dig deep down into those abdominals, right into the pubic bone. That's where those hip flexors attach. Last 15 seconds. Keep that glute lifted. Keep the hip open. Keep squeezing. You got it. And 3, and 2, and 1. Come on down. All right. We're going to come all the way down to the floor. Head and neck relaxed. Both feet on the chair or the bench. Relax the head and neck. Bring your hands out to your sides, palms up, and tilt your thumbs down toward the ground. Leave the right leg there. Now lift the hip all the way up and lower it all the way down. Lift and lower. Lift and lower. Full range of motion. Glute bridge, up and down. Keep those thumbs tilted and pointing toward the floor, which means the pinky lifts a little bit. But we want to anchor with our shoulder blades. For the last 10 seconds, we're going to go up with an isometric hold and little tiny pulses as high in the top as you possibly can. Ready, set, go. Up, 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 up. 3, 2, 1, down. Switch sides. You get a nice stretch with the leg you just worked, lifting it up into the air. Ready? Here we go. Full glute bridge. Drive through the heel on the other leg. Come all the way up and all the way down. If you have a dumbbell and you want to rest it across your hips or pelvis, or let's say you have ankle weights, you could also rest those across your hips or pelvis. But try to keep the palms up. Maybe hold that weight with one hand, with the other arm extended. Because I want you to anchor through your shoulder blades. Try not to let your back rise up. You know, our back muscles attach into our pelvis too. They're sort of the opposition to the glutes. And they like to help wherever they can. Let the glutes get out of their work. Ready? Hold it up, little tiny pulses. So let's try to keep that back anchored. Done. Nice job. We're going to come to a side plank. You're going to come to the edge of whatever piece of furniture you've got. You're going to bend the bottom knee and lift that bottom hip. Now, bring the leg forward, touch whatever your furniture is, and then back and away with a full hip extension. So I want you to squeeze your butt. Squeeze your butt. Squeeze your butt. Good. Don't rush through this. Remember, your leg is operating on a level plane, straight across, and your bottom hip and outer thigh are keeping you lifted. So imagine there's a watermelon underneath that bottom hip, right? You can't put your hip down on a watermelon. Front, back, front, back. Few more seconds. Come on down. Other side. Same thing. Bottom knee bent. Top leg straight. Forward and back. Forward and back. Watch that leg. Allow it to take a level, straight line as it goes. Squeeze the back. Open up that front hip. So squeezing the glute, just like you did on those bridges. If this is too much, then you want to put your bottom hip down. That's fine too. You can put that bottom hip down. Don't forget to breathe. Few more seconds. Three, two, one. Come on down. All right, last exercise. I need you to take your knees apart and your feet together. I'm gonna slide mine under my coffee table, but you can put yours under your chair or whatever else. Listen, we're gonna go all the way back and we're gonna come all the way up, and I want you to reach as far away from you as possible. Exhale, come up. Now, I said all booty work. This is not booty work. In fact, this is lack of leg work. With those hips externally rotated, you've got your core doing the work. But it's just a nice little stretch for the inner thighs. So we know that all the muscles in our body are interconnected. You have a hamstring muscle that acts as an adductor or an inner thigh muscle as well. And we know our hamstrings and our glutes are both connected. They both connect into the pelvis. So when you use your glutes, you activate those inner thighs as well. So everything gets worked. So stretch them out a little bit. Last few seconds. And one. Great job. So I'm assuming you're going to press, play again. So I'm not going to stretch you. However, if you do need to stretch, Don't forget to stretch those glutes, stretch those hips, stretch those hamstrings, okay? Do it again if you need to. Have a great day.